Hello, good morning to everybody. Hopefully the live is starting, so we're gonna have a bit, a small talk about my actual portfolio of ebooks, back books with the partnership, and also probably if I have another year, I'm gonna add on this video. So I know that I'm not a professional video person or video maker. I'm trying to build the most content along the way I'm going through all these processes, building a brand, but a brand around books, you know, taxes, my tax practice, I'm a federal tax agent for 5 years with 130 federal tax law credit. And I do have some time to give you advice here. So we 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 kind of there is some people taking here. Sorry for that if you can hear the noise. So it's just like I know how to live with people, but all people are not really civilized. So you just have to play with it. You know, it's all about education. So the things actually I'm gonna take this part. Probably when I'm gonna put it up somewhere, I'm gonna short some stuff. Let's go back to the real subject. So okay, to start first, you're gonna go on Amazon. I'm gonna put my name anywhere on Amazon. You just have to have the research Amazon bar. You put Ray, R-A-Y, Herman, Hermann, and Angosio, Angossio, and then my last name is Liwa, Liwo. So it's Ray Herman Angosio Liwa. Then you search, or you just tap the button enter. So the first book, whatever book you're gonna find here, you just have to click on it. So there's a bunch of them. The first one is Antelo and Ray Akchi, Back into Health. It's one of my book. And the second one is L'Âme du Leader. It's one of my book in French language, but you have translation in Germany, Portuguese, Italian, and Spanish probably. Yes, Spanish. So through 6 or 5 partnership, I started this one. This one is not published directly by me, but it's published by another company. And there is 6 or 5 more company publishing the same. No, 5. So you're gonna be 6 partner actually publishing the same book, and I have 6 partner by the way, and after it Amazon will be the 7th partner on this book writing aside to myself and other people enjoying the content I'm distributing here. But the main concept, the main things here to show you how to explore the content and also to talk about the new product, the new service, the new magazine I'm starting. It's just like starting from scratch. I have done a lot of progress, and I'm building all knowledge from myself and reading courses, watching a lot of YouTube, and courses I can have here anywhere, So that's how things happen. So you just don't wait for people to show up. You have to do something, And the next thing, I have a portfolio of cover and also a portfolio of content. I think writing content, and I start feeling like I write like I'm making some cakes, So it's not really a hard thing actually. I just have to be inspired. There is a lot of inspiration in this world, We have things happening around the world. My prayer also is to see ending the war in Ukraine with Russia, because as people interested in investing, real estate, a lot of things, having the right balance in the world makes sense for the money to flow, just like a tax person would name it, flow through taxation, a discarded entity. So okay, I'm gonna click on one of this book. I click on this one. So okay, this is Back into Health. Antelo and Ray Akchi. It's a story I want to make this a 3D movie or anime, something like that. It's all about science, space, and some can be applied to program for space. I have a lot of interest on space. By the way, I'm also registered at the National Association of Rocketry as a senior member, and I have got at least one meeting with stakeholders. That's the first and the last one I have done, but probably I will continue. I present myself, what I do for a living. No, I'm a tax professional, I'm a scientist, and also have background on IT. You know. So let's click on it. You're gonna see this one. You see, follow the author. You know, you can click on the picture or on the name here. So let's click on the name. This is Amazon. No, it's not my own page. You can try. This is my Auto Central page. So there is a lot of content. You can appreciate everything, and I like comments. You can leave some comment with partners. To be honest, I have reached like million of comment and review thanks to those partners, and those review come with my name. So I'm pretty well known person, you know, in Europe, in US, around the world, because they sell on Amazon, they sell probably on stores too. I never went to visit their office anytime. I was planning to go to Paris, but I stopped it because I prefer to focus on building assets and making money, and then I will figure out how to do that later, because it's still spending going to Paris or Caribbean, no, or Haiti, or I don't know how, Virgin Islands, some beautiful places. No, I'm trying to change my mood. Dealing with trees is better than dealing with people sometimes. People, when they have the right education, a lot of good things happen, but when they don't, sometimes trees end up to be the best choice. So okay, we have the last one is the Robin Hood effect, from monetary policy into fiscal policy. So this is a books I get inspired after my comment on Bloomberg. It was about like one of this official in England was talking about the place of. It was an interesting interview, it was leaders of Lacroix, yes, but I watch all of them now. I used to watch on Bloomberg Direct. We have like Roman Bostic, Jonathan Ferro, Tom Kinney, or you name them, Lisa Abramovich, who again? There's a lot of them, there is a lot of them. And then I was commenting on Francine Lacroix, and he gave me that idea, the Robin Hood effect from monetary policy into fiscal policy. It just happened like actually the Federal Reserve is hiking the rates. Probably for most of you don't really know what that means. Yeah, it just means that something gonna get more expensive, like borrowing money or credit cards, those kind of things gonna get more expensive. And so I'm trying to see what will be the next step if that fail. So probably fiscal policy makes sense. Charlie Chaplin. So the intent is to show you books like this, so you're gonna see a lot of things. So probably we're gonna make more video like this to help you, mostly not to watch what I'm watching on video, not to watch it yourself from comfort your house using your phone, So sound that makes sense. So it's a 9.99. The troublemaker, these people. It's normal. So that's how it did in society. People who have planning, conspiracies. People have agendas, My own agenda actually just to present you these books. It's $9.99, $10 to read, have our beautiful expert making this beautiful cover so you can read the content. The introduction is here to show you everything you need to know, so for you to make choice if you have to read or whatever you want to do around it. But the things is just like information matter. For those who have been reading like me, I name that Robert Kiyosaki. There is something interesting about the 5 financial intelligence to have. The first one is information. Information is accessible. It could be free, and one is when someone take time to analyze it, take time to put it in some kind of orders, it can be much more. It can be coming with much more value. So just let's appreciate it. So this is one of the book, and it's the one on the on first premiere, the one on first premiere display. So we're gonna go back. So, and my name is Ray Herman Angosio Liwa, and I'm Amazon Author Central with portfolio of books, not ebooks and paperback books, as a writer with copyright, a certified U.S. federal tax professional, and a scientist. Also the owner and strategist behind the Futurist Society. So you can read all things. I was just reading what is writing by the left side about the author. So, and the actual magazine we're working on, already display. A lot of them are still on pre-sales, but meant to be having different departments, from business, financial base, foods like cuisine, I need a kitchen, cooking, those kind of things. I'm not specialist in all those fields. Probably we're gonna have to hire a bunch of people in the future after reaching the right cruise speed. And talking about cruise, also travel. I like traveling. Probably want to take a lot of pictures. But some other people probably will make that their job in the future. And they're gonna get paid. So that's what about the magazine. And then we have a set of series of books like Tactical Strategic Business Builder. This is part of the Futurist Billionaires Club. The Futurist Billionaires Club meant to be an investment club. I do taxes, but I have a lot of interest, a lot of insight, and also a good way of. I'm also handy at taxes, at statistics applied to investing. So it's in those kind of club you can discover what you need to use if you wanna make accurate choices on investment. You just don't go like cake, blind, with no tools and think you're gonna invest. No, that's gambling. No, even gambling is better. That's worse. Kidding. Let's say joking. Or you're gonna be a watcher. Like I used to see a lot of people watching graphs. While you can have alerts, you have a phone, make sure it's charged. You have alerts, so to tell you that you gotta set up alerts. Like if the stock reach this level, sell it. It happened like that. You don't have to be on screen. It's kidding. That's stupidity. Because your time is valuable. So those kind of things you're gonna learn that on business club like Futurist Society. And we're gonna teach you what you have to know, what you have to put in place to be successful. It doesn't mean that success will show the same day or after a month, after a year. It can show up a second after. Yes, sometimes, depending on what opportunity shows up, and how you react to it. But sometimes it takes time, right? So that's what you have to know, because things take time. You have something, you wanna have a tree, you gotta seed something, and you're gonna have a tree tomorrow. But tomorrow doesn't mean after 24 hours, It's mean sometimes you gotta wait for years to have the spread you want, But sometimes also depend of the tree or the seed you are planting, you can have a right away result. It takes time, but something can show up even faster sometimes. It's up to the way you react to it and what opportunity shows up. But don't watch stocks graph, don't watch investment graph. They're not your friend. They not value. I think it's not a valuable things to do to wash grass. At least you try to buy something. But there is automated tools. You just give an instruction. You buy a stock, whatever it take 1,000 of years. When just you reach the amount you want, you go for sale, But you have to know that if that exists and where it is. So you can go to do whatever else you used to do, and your stuff is working following your algorithm. Those kind of inside theory or inside tools, you can't have them ever. So that's my advice, because a lot of people have been going for investing. Even myself, I try to do real estate. I turn my head a lot of time before doing any real estate investing. I have the lingo, I have the knowledge, I have the tax practice, but I still need it for something. Because I gotta give you just a question: what is the difference between a deal and not a deal in real estate? You just don't know. It doesn't mean that it's cheap. It can be cheap, but it's not a deal. It can be expensive, it could be a deal, So that's what makes the difference. So it takes a lot of things, the zip code, the average income on zip code, those kind of things, how the zip code react to purchases of houses. Those kind of things can make something a deal or not, whatever is expensive or not. It just, you have to have the right cocktail. But it's not because it's cheap that is a deal. So you can have it cheap, you're gonna live in that house. It won't be something someone gonna purchase. If you don't pay everything, so you're gonna lose it. So that's how it works. Or do you wanna live in that house, or you wanna do business with it? So it takes Excel file, based software information to be able to make right choices. Otherwise, you're gonna live in that house. It won't be a business until you lose it. So that's how it works. So the future society, we don't come like, I want to give you a house, I'm gonna give you a car. No, I'm not your father. We're gonna work as partner. We're gonna have scheduled training. You're gonna have scheduled information. Now in the future, everything is not yet done. This is still a work in progress. But newsletter giving you information of tools available, and you're gonna purchase them, probably monthly payment or something you have to purchase one time. But a one-time payment costs too much, so cloud-based monthly payment makes sense. So you buy for services, you have your tools, we show you how to use the tool on training. So you come for service, you buy and you receive the training, you can go, you're free. It don't belong to me, I don't belong to you, I don't try to trap you, You see that the tool is interesting for you, you buy for it. It's not, next door. That's how things work, that business. So, because we all come to make money. No, nobody come to kidding. We don't try to be family, But it can happen. If it happens, it's a good thing. But you use tool, and we provide you information, and you're gonna make choices. And tool you're gonna have by your hand will be approved by big department like the SEC, if the SEC involved tools or whatever, OMC, if everything have to be through some kind of scrutiny if is needed, or certification, because we're gonna make money out of it, you're gonna make money too. That's what we name to build opportunity, driving opportunity to you, making money too, you are making money as well, and we all happy. It's not a beautiful world, that one? I think so, because the world is beautiful when you can make money out of the money you spend. Otherwise, it's not. So, the series is, I'm gonna open the yellow books, set of books. There is 3 books. And we have also my first version is like the journey, like the think about it story, but I'm gonna start with this one. So everything here could be remasterized, and the cover is just the basic one. I don't try to complicate the things, and I try mostly to be content driven. Let's see what happens. So the presentation is clear on Amazon. I don't really need to read it. So we have the objective billion scale. The name of the series is due to, you know, people think that you're gonna make a million, so I'm done, I'm rich. It's finished. I don't have to do something else. No, you're gonna spend, the money will go. So reason why for us is the billion, not the million, so the billion scale. So you have the billion, but you keep scaling. That the objective billions, but scale. You have to keep scaling because you have expenses. You're not dead yet, so you gotta hit. You gotta transport yourself. Probably want to have 1 billion. You won't. I don't know. At least you follow our guideline, because I really believe to Warren Buffett guideline. You're gonna buy one car and you take care of it forever if you can. The same for the house and so on. That's what I feel to be the most interesting advice you can give about things like housing or assets. They are not necessary assets you're gonna do business with. They will become probably, but the objective here is to have the billion scale. So you're gonna scale it. I'm gonna take time to read the introduction, probably part of it. It's not that big. Okay, it's a lot of sentence. So okay, tactical and strategic. No. Today I woke up from a dream, a kind of dream I won't share in my normal mood, but I will give you a shot of it in this introduction. In that dream, I have got friends who had financial hardship. Then I solve his problem. A trip to Washington DC for the grand opening of a million business fundraise museum event for people facing financial hardship and those involved in homelessness, to provide solutions and services out of businesses in the real estate, affordability, housing, healthcare, food industry, and the insurance marketplace. We have reached at hand the level of $1 million event with a 100% rate of ideal convertible into profitable businesses nationwide. Finally, over a certain time, it sizes and becomes and well-organized fundraising event with millions of dollars. So I can just stop here. It's a story of someone here writing me out of this book to try to teach something to myself and also to other people, that the simple idea can be well managed and well driven and guided to have the right outcome and result. It's not like people who don't want to help people about what they have or what they face as issue. Sometimes some people do have the money to do so. I remember that there is a fundraise made by Oprah and Miss Oprah and The Rock. Drive a lot of money and they purchase a part of a mouth. I know that it went controversial, but I'm not really trying to do debate around it. It's just like it happened to drive the fruit, the money. That's what I was saying. So they was able to raise money and they bought a part of Maui. The other milk or sugar or honey around this debate, I'm not really part of it. I'm just trying to show that you take it serious, you can raise money. That's happened here. I never dream about this kind of things, to be honest. It's not a fiction, but it's a possibility of something can be happening like that, doing following that kind of order. It's not a fiction, it's a reality, but reality by example, like someone can have a dream something, but I didn't have a dream, to be honest. So, and I said, practical way to build businesses. That is what this book is all about. A genuine and authentic way to drive solution into a target market. That's what I was trying to introduce books by giving a story of something can be real, you can realize, can be realizable, so something you can build right away and then you can make it happen. I'm gonna go to to the next sentence. This book is not a magic formula to do things. It is not a magic formula to do things, but in this book, I will show strategy and tactic and build. This is all about building, growing, and developing your problem-solving core skills, a warrior mindset in the business world, and being an unstoppable business maker and builder will be a rare and valuable tool by your side. That's what I'm presenting here. So you can see other questions about books. You have comments, write down comments. You have something you are not really happy, put that down here. You don't like me, I don't like you for that. It's freedom, it's democracy. You have the right to do that if you want to do that. So I don't really mind it. So you feel also you want to write books with us, publishing book with us, and you feel that, write it and comment, put your emails, or find my contact information, whatever you have it on LinkedIn, everywhere, so we can make it happen for you. That's how it works. Business people meet business people to do business, right? They don't do kidding. So that's, and then that's the fact. So, and then I will read the last sentence. You will probably tell me that you have no money, no idea, even no connection to drive leads and build a great business. People used to say, the money doesn't grow up on trees. But remember that money is made of paper, and paper is made out of trees. That's the statement I put in the book. I mean, find one way. From there, with discipline. That's the end of the whole introduction. You see how interesting it is. So, read the other introduction of other books, limit, and share and spread the message about business. No, this is all about business, strategic and tactical way of doing business. Now, out of a story coming out someone's dream. So that the beauty behind it. It's a form, an image I used to dream to show the introduction of the book. So read and read. You're gonna learn a lot of things. So that's my advice. But don't judge. At least judge and comment. The Futurist Billionaires Club is part of the Futurist Club. It's just like when you reach the billion and you start scaling. But it's all about tools. It's all about informations. I do a lot of coding now, and I was talking about something with someone about building something to help portfolio manager to shape and reshape the portfolio of investment. It's programming. It's a lot of heavy data science space. I'm a data statistician. I'm a biostatistician, so statistics apply to biology, still statistic. No, it's the same thing. I'm certified IBM data scientist. I'm a scientist, right? So those course I have been going through can be really a game changing for your business, you know. And also I can drive to the table. You know, you need it, you want it, you put resources on the table. That's how it works. There's a lot of open resources out there, you know. You can go whatever, Fiverr, even LinkedIn, you can find a lot of people. I have actually recruitment on LinkedIn. Myself, I'm looking for a job too, you know, but I'm starting businesses to build more income, you know, because when you build business and yourself is not the same thing. We are two separate entities. One it happen to be our core business, you know, because you have you just don't have assets all the time. When you have assets, probably it could be a blessing, you know. Sometimes you have liabilities, so you don't want to be liable for your business or your business being liable for yourself. So separation is an obligation. You know, you have kids. At least I'm alone, no, I don't have to worry about that much fees. But you have kids, you have a wife, you know. In the event, but you alone, you can start doing, like, you can start dealing with it like you just don't care, you know. But you're still having to care, because at the end of the day you gotta build the structure, you know. Corporations, you know, limited liability corporation, limited liability structures, and when you have enough, you need to build now another structure inside the structure. So that's what you're gonna learn if you come to the club. You know, it's not like we're gonna jump on. Not. We can play games, but you know, time is not free. People tells you, probably the auditor told you that time is money, and I'm gonna tell you something even worse. Time talking here, I'm dying for the amount of time I'm spending here. I'm not going back to my mom belly, you know. It's done. So I spend it for you, it's gone, you don't come back. I'm get here, it's done. So I won't have it. I have another way to try to have the blessing behind it, like the satisfaction behind it. So you're gonna pay me for that, or you're gonna pay back someday, or that time is not worthless. You know, that video I'm making is for something, because I have something to share, you know. The amount of time you won't have back. Talking like this is a sacrifice I'm doing to you, the one gonna watch this video. It's not something I wanna have back. The time is gone. So that's my advice to you if you are watching this, and for those who actually, or some have been praying to have someone gonna give them this kind of advice, going to investing or real estate. If I knew, you know, I don't need you to have that sentence in your mouth this day, you know. If I knew, you know, it's not a good sentence, but it happened a lot. Going to investing, watching on the screen your money going down. The blessing is not, if it's a stock, you're not losing the stock. It's the market fair value going, but the stock, if it's 10,000 stock, it's still there. Huh? It can be going up, you're gonna have your money back. But if it don't go up, you have a problem. My advice: so having tools for assessment, risk assessment, also building portfolio, whatever you do in investing, real estate, with experts. Don't try to form yourself like improvisation. Yes, to improvise yourself just like an expert. Investing, they can give you advice. When you have someone who has spent that amount of time, who's gonna give you that time all in one day or one advice. So you have 35 years advice, 35 years worth advice than 2 years old advice. It's not something you can have like for free. So do you want to spend 35 years like him and then having that advice too? Sometimes you're gonna have you won't have the same circumstances. No, it's the same tools, the same company you're gonna work to. There's people who have been spending 34 years just focusing on one field. They can give you an advice, but you wanna spend 35 years too on all the fields. How much year you gonna live here? So imagine you need an accountant with 35 years of experience. You need a statistician with 35 years of experience. You need an IT with 35 years of experience to make it in a business. For instance, do you know 35 years, 4 times is a lot of years? You can't live there. So to study the all things Twitter, that just to talk about an accountant, an IT, and an investor advice, use or take advantage of the people who have been spending that time learning that things. They're gonna advise you. Otherwise, you're just kidding. So you're gonna have tools, you're gonna have information as the basic root level of assets, because information is free. It's just like it happens sometimes, it can be full of bias, a lot of bias. There's the planning fallacy bias I used to talk about, the optimist bias or planning fallacy bias. We have the recency bias, home-based bias. Some people can give you advice based upon the community or where they're born or the country, but it doesn't really apply to yours. So that can be a home-based bias. So reason why you have to have the right tool, people. You're not yourself the right people. Imagine to eat, you don't make the bread, right? The bread you eat every morning is not made by you. You don't even know how it's made, how to mix the flour to make that bread you eat every day. Someone else did that for you after learning how to make bread for 30 years. The milk the same, the sugar the same. Even the house, you never built it, you bought it. So why you're gonna do the same? You're gonna do something different in business. So that's my advice. So otherwise gonna screw up. And like I say, a lot of people have been going to investing saying if I knew, because the money is going. Your LP or GP, the more scary is to be a GP. But when you have a good planning, have your statistics, whatever GP or LPs, you don't really care that much because you have biases, you can defend yourself, you have backup when something don't work out. It's a planning, investing, doing business, it's a plan. But yourself, you can't make it. You need people with expertise. I have tax expertise, but I can't take everything to be my expertise if I don't have it, just by assumption. I can't assume that I can build a rocket. I like rocket. I know a lot about rocket because I'm part of the National Association of Rocketry. But I can try it, but I'm gonna fail the first day until I become accurate on it. Anyway, whatever a toy or not, a toy with solid fuel, you put it there just like a firework, it's gone. Pretty insane, but nothing on the industry, because they have no intrinsic. They have a certain kind of value, but not financial intrinsic value. You're just kidding. You're just playing. It's a personal hobby. But building a rocket, you're gonna send people on it. You're gonna do cargo on it. It takes much more scrutiny. You have to deal with agency, federal agency like the FIA. You're gonna talk with a lot of them. You know the name. So it's because it's much more at that time it's serious. It's just like making medication than drinking a bunch of flowers, whatever you like them, or tea in your house. But you want to make medication with that tea you like in your house because it make you heal. It don't happen that you're gonna give that to people right away. No, you need some certification, and then you will be commerciable. No, there is organization for to make things commercial. There is a lot of things you have to go through before that happen. At least there is no laws about it, just like it happened with crypto. Probably legislation will follow after. But the problem is just like you can give your plan to someone and it pass away. What's gonna happen? You're gonna have a lawsuit. So to avoid that, certification matter. No, you need to certify because you don't want to have a lawsuit. Some people, you just don't know what they want, so they drink yourself and they go run somewhere, they drink something else, and they're now in hospital. You don't really know what make him in that. But when your medication is certified, you can sell it. But when it's not certified, whatever you like, those herbal notes, they are yours. No, take them in your house. If you die, it's just your problem, you and yourself. But selling that to other people, you have to certify. You have to pass testing. So to just avoid problem to yourself. So having tools, having people to direct you, advising, they're really important. Doing the big ad can drive a lot of people to death, and even yourself losing a big amount of money on lawsuit or whatever. I'm watching a so that's what you can learn in books. So there's a bunch of books here, and also technology-based books. Mostly my research, personal research on SPA, which is a set box authentication using the check pull, the push check pull protocol. So it's a protocol I put in place on the SPA platform. It's close to what you name to be DIO or any multi-factor authentication on the marketplace. It looks really close, but it's not made the same way. No, upon view it looks the same, but it's not made the same way. Probably will have more features, but we don't use database. And the difference on the check on the PCP protocol, we use flash memories, and personalized for each user. So they act like database, but no. Let's say they act, but the structure is not the database. It's even faster. Because on a database you need to communicate with an engine first, and the engine will make the request to the database, the core database system, because you need to engine. SQL to have its own engine, MySQL to have its own engine, Oracle to have its own engine, and that's how it. So you have to call the engine, and the engine send the request to the database. So, but flash memory don't have that problem. It's fast and forward. It never exists. You don't even know where it happened, but it happened. Now that's the difference. It's happened, but you don't. So you can't even visualize it. It's so fast that it look like nothing. So, and we have the Entelo AI. Entelo AI, just like the introduction say, it's an AI generative AI start coding in 2017. Using common corrective content with Wikipedia. And using sound as a vocal part. Probably I was trying to add Dragon for voice recognition so I can talk to it. But I stop at the talking side. The AI can talk, can go find content. It's just like the whole internet is not open for you to use the content, so you can't read the whole internet. The beautiful things with Entelo don't connect to any system. It spends its time reading pages, internet-based pages. So you go to read and you create a file, and then you read it for you. And when you use that file, you can use it to feed a training set. That's what I never. And the creation of the file was meant to be able to be training a system for whatever neural network you're gonna use with Sigmoid. I don't know which one work. I wanna work with Sigmoid, but there's activation function based on connection to make a neuron. because a neural network is made of neurons, and neurons are made of point wave function, and without an activation function, there is no neuron. You just have connection passing through, but nothing is learned, nothing is happening, no learning is happening. So that's the most explanation I can give about this one. There is more hard things probably is to be able to explain money for me to continue the whole study. But actually the future society, we try to make it much more powerful. So probably gonna have power share and more and more things to make it commercial, because the aim of building a system is to make money out of it. So your life will change, other people's life will change the same way, no? Because when you build a company, you pay people, right? Their life change. They have the kids going to school, they can eat, so the store around make money, the taxi driver make money because they work for you. You too, you spend for it. So you're gonna make a lot of people rich along the way. You're getting rich, or you're starting a business. It's something you can avoid. You can't avoid. It's an unavoidable, an unavoidable truth. Something you can't avoid. So I'm not trying to give you the all two of everything, but my name, you're gonna see everything yourself. You just have to click on one book. You have my face down there with my name. You click on it, you're gonna open everything. So nothing's hidden. So everything's open to you. Whatever you can buy, you buy for it. And we have of 6 or more than 6 articles actually. And that's what will be the magazine. And I might actually cover myself. I wish to have specialists around it, but I have a specialist. I have a pretty good specialist side, because a lot of software look handy to me. So as they look handy, so I don't really put myself to be using those tools and try to discover from other people courses. And there's a lot of content online. No, there's a lot of courses, Dailymotion, YouTube, whatever, like Coursera, LinkedIn. I have LinkedIn for Life with Strayer University, and I have Coursera since the years. I was in Africa at that time, the first time I opened a Coursera account, and I have it now stamped University of Arizona, so I can grab a lot of free course. And I'm also able to ask for course based on low income family status. So you can learn a lot of things. Believe me, you can learn a lot of things. Grabbing course here, right there. So I'm gonna click the series. It's article for sale. So article, I have 6 on this, cryptocurrencies as a fit to solve homelessness and poverty. And then we have what I was saying, the revenue effect from monetary to fiscal policies, those kind of things. So yes, the first one is homelessness is a well-known and growing issue in the United States of America. Is cryptocurrency investing a good fit to solve this? And then we have mortgage-backed securities, or assets back into well-rated mortgage debt. So I'll kind of way to explain it. And then we have the revenue effect from monetary policy, from monetary into fiscal policy. And then we have the fourth one is, what is the meaning of the Federal Reserve interest rate, the so-called printing press. And then we have the upcoming Intello AI, 2017 starting generative AI, what I was talking about, the SPA or PCP protocol, push check pull protocol. So that's the last. So I have 6 listed on Amazon here. To be honest, I have a lot of things to do, so I'm very busy about writing, but I always find time to read something. Matter. So I'm gonna click back here so you can see the journey. That was my. So I have three series of 3 books. The Think About It story, where is also series, the Objective Beyond Scale, also series, and also the set block research with Aircon set blockchain I have built, the technology based. So I'm gonna close this one. Okay, so yeah, this is Aircon AirMax Essence roadmap, and then we have the set blockchain. The last one is on the technology based series, the set block research program. So we have Activerse, and I talked about Activerse on the future 3D movie or anime, Back into Earth, Antelo and Ray Archie. So Antelo and Ray Archie is the story of a young kid with a cat gonna lose, and then gonna have a new toy. Will end up to be a robot, and a series of events happen. You're gonna become a scientist building robots of the same kind but with different level. Let's say a Turing level. So I talk about a lot of things. It's technology. I made a lot of statement on it, so you're gonna really like it if you know how to read things. I'm not perfect at reading yet. You have a comment, just write it down here on comment on Amazon. I'm gonna like it, whether it's good or bad. I can see there's people who are rushing, reading, so then I can change it. Anything you feel, you see coming out of the normal writing of a book, just let me know. I'm gonna change it. So and then we have the Think About It theory, and the Think About It theory. It starts by a story. All stories are given on the book as part of my personal expertise and experience, and more things we have been sharing here, that knowing what tool you have and what tool you don't have. Just like I said, like you can have 2 kids in the same room, they sleep in the same room, the same kind of bed, the same kind of bed sheet, the same kind of clothing, eating the same food, going to the same classroom, but they don't have the same success. For what reason? Because it happened that we don't have the same approach to everything, or we don't assimilate everything the same way, whatever we did with the same atmosphere or life, So it just happened that some people have found some things based on their genetics, cocktail or setup, or some are not. It just happened like we are different, so our differences make us special. That's why I say a genius on math, don't tell him that is genius on athleticism. You can be genius on math because your brain is well muscled to handle math. Not well muscled, your body is not enoughly muscle, to handle athleticism. Sometimes you can have both, it happens. But most of the time when you have advantage on something, you have disadvantage on something else. And it just on math is not necessary, and it just everywhere. It can be it can be a genius on something else, on cooking. It can be an idiot on math but genius on investing or cooking or making decisions. The reason why I don't judge a nigger on his ability of swimming in water, because its element is the air, not water. It can't swim, so it's not an idiot. For fish, it could be an idiot because fish swim. So that's how things work. So knowing those things are really interesting. Teaching yourself how to approach things, having the right approach to things also matter. On opportunity, also your way to catch them. So really matter. Don't assume that you have all opportunity and all people have to come to take that from you. It don't happen that way. Even if you force it, it don't always happen that way. Just like, remember, the bread you eat every morning is made by someone else. You know, you don't even know who it is. The milk you have been drinking is not you made it. So that kind of opportunity come from someone else through a store or a distribution and a store. Someone else give you that opportunity of eating. You have got the money, yes. So you have opportunities for other people to receive your money, yes. But other people have the opportunity to give you what you want if they have it or if they want it. Sometimes they don't want it, they won't give it. So I don't assume that you have all opportunities because just you feel it. Just be open-minded person, and whatever you have and you want to put it public to someone, or you want to give it to someone, give it if that's what you feel, or don't give it. But learn that one of these days you're gonna have a problem, you're gonna need for someone else opportunity. But if it happened the wrong way the first day, so you're gonna have the wrong answer, because life keeps turning just like a big gigantic wheel. So that's how things works. So probably I'll be finishing to give you statement here, and it's enough. So I'm gonna back up somewhere. So I'm gonna click one of these books. Just like I tell you, just one book, and then you find the face with the name somewhere down here, the face with my name. So we have a face here with Ray Herman, so you click it. So it's done. So I wish you to have a wonderful day, and it was a great time, a great moment to share with you all of this. I wish you to have a blessed day. So if one of these days you have time to be able to visualize the all things, read the all things, you're gonna like it. If it's not, probably another day you're gonna try it, or someone is gonna do it. You know, we all don't have the same interest, so I don't bother myself to force people through my interest. So you have that interest, do it. You don't do it. That's how. Forcing is not planning. Anyway, if you really want it, if you want to have a wonderful day. So the live is finished. For those who have been watching this on live, thank you. For those who didn't, gonna see that one of this day, and just enjoy the reading. There's a lot of reading here. There's a lot of books you can read, and I work hard to write them. So